Jimmy Kimmel. I get it, but I know, I get it, but. Can we not do that every night now? I mean, I appreciate it, but I also hate it. I really do. We are broadcasting to about 75% of the country from Los Angeles, California tonight. On Monday, we will be in Brooklyn for a week of big shows from the Brooklyn Academy of Music. What we have to do now is stay on the move so the FCC can't get us. We're taking the whole gang. We're taking Guillermo, we're taking Lou, we're taking the band, we're going to take a big bottle of Tylenol just for fun. We really do have a special week next week. We have a great guest lineup, including but not limited to Ryan Reynolds, Emily Blunt, Tom Hanks, Bruce Springsteen, Spike Lee, Stephen Colbert will be on our show, and a special appearance from former New York Mayor Rudy Giuliani. That's right. He won't be a guest. He'll be outside the theater screaming at a pigeon. One of the things I want to do when we're in New York, and I want you to go with me here, I want to go see the Escalator that tried to viciously attack the president this week. Have you been enjoying Trump's most ridiculous distraction from the Epstein files yet? The president claims he's the victim of a triple sabotage during his visit to the United Nations building in New York on Tuesday. The teleprompter wasn't working, there were issues with the sound system, and most nefariously of all, his escalator stopped. The UN says they think it was Trump's own videographer that accidentally kicked a safety mechanism, but Agatha Christie and his team of defective detectives, they do not believe it. They are on the case. This was not just a minor incident. This was a harrowing escape.
Trump and Melania were riding it up, and it just stopped.
Thankfully, the First Lady and the President had their hands on the rail as they were going up the escalator.
I've never known an escalator to be stopped. I go on escalators all the time. That's when I'm happiest, on an escalator.
Right. I'm going to say it could be a trap. You're going to say you're being wild and crazy. But that's what I have to be.
They've set mousetraps for the bear that is President Trump, and he walked through.
She walks on it, it stops, she turns around to the president, and she just leads the president up and walks. So she was unfazed by it. But this could have been a massive issue. And you know, the president being frozen there in one place makes him vulnerable.
Yeah. Unless he can walk, then they act like they dropped him into shark-infested waters. It was an escalator. You know what another word for frozen escalator is? Stairs. I mean, I'm starting to get confused. Is he the strongest, healthiest, most physically powerful man-beast ever elected president, or a brittle-boned grandma with osteoporosis? Which is it? If you did not see the speech Trump gave at the UN, suffice it to say, if you go on vacation out of the country this year, it would be a good idea to pretend to be Canadian, okay? It was an hour of bragging and bullying and BS. You know what that stands for, right, Guillermo?
Bull.
That's right. I wanted him to say, in case we get another visit from the FCC. Trump told his fellow world leaders that America is the hottest country anywhere, and if they don't listen to him, their countries are all going to hell. Needless to say, this did not play well with our friends overseas. This is from France 24 News in Paris, which gave us a quick snapshot of where we stand on the international stage.
As you can imagine, it's a cover story for many international newspapers as well. Let's take a look at British, the Daily Mirror here, that calls the speech, quote, deranged. It summarizes the speech that was 56 minutes long. It talked about climate, migrants, Gaza, but also escalators, marble floors, and teleprompters, and may I add, cows.
Yes, yes. Yes, you may, because he did. Hearing how demented he is with an accent somehow makes it even worse, you know? They're calling our president the world's most powerful man baby, able to soil 5 diapers in a single bound. Other countries look at Trump the way we look at the running of the bulls. Like, what are those people, nuts? What's going on there? Today, Trump signed an executive order that will allow a group of investors to buy TikTok from the Chinese. You know, Congress banned TikTok under Joe Biden because of fears the Chinese government was using it to spy on Americans. But with this deal in place, now our government can spy on Americans ourselves, which is better. TikTok is very important to Donald Trump, even though he's never used it and has no idea what it is. Right? He thinks it's a little breath mint, but the new owners reportedly include the 81-year-old founder of Oracle, Larry Ellison, and 94-year-old Rupert Murdoch, who owns Fox. And I don't know what it's like at your house, but my kids are super pumped about the new guys in charge. This is a big deal. Are we really safer going from the Chinese government to the Murdochs? Seems like a lateral move. This is like getting traded from the Celtics to the Celtics, to me. But if you're keeping track of who controls our media now, we have Rupert Murdoch and Larry Ellison in charge of the world's largest social media platform, TikTok. Elon Musk running X. Mark Zuckerberg has Facebook. Rupert Murdoch's son runs Fox News, The Wall Street Journal, and The New York Post. And Larry Ellison's son owns Paramount and CBS. Other than that, though, these guys don't have any way to get their message out. The left-wing libtards control everything, and it isn't fair. This has been... We've learned that. This has been a tumultuous week. Even though we're still being preempted in 60 American cities, on Tuesday, we had our second highest rated show in almost 23 years on the air. Our monologue from Tuesday night has more than 21 million views just on YouTube alone. And I want to say, we couldn't have done it without you, Mr. President. Thank you very much. We got the Trump up, and we appreciate it. And I've noticed that after the big boost we got, other shows on television seem to be taking shots at Trump, too.
This chair came from my stepfather's family. I, at one time, got offered $75 from an antique dealer for it.
Well, I'm happy to tell you this is a genuine Philadelphia Chippendale. Come down here to the skirt. This exquisite carving on the knees. Oh, and by the way, hey, Donald Trump, go yourself. These classic clawball feet, they're round yet lumpy, like Trump's titties. You heard me, you fat orange bitch? At auction, you're gonna get something like $8,000 to $12,000. Easy.
Okay,
So not bad.
not bad. Better than the $75 offer.
Release the Epstein files.
Somebody's been sipping from those antique whiskey decanters. You know, last night I mentioned that a lot of actors and comedians and writers and producers spoke out in support of our show and in support of free speech. And while the reaction to our reinstatement was mostly positive, it wasn't entirely positive. One famous actor who was not excited to see us back was future Secretary of State Randy Quaid.
Such an irrelevant lying son of a bitch. Yeah, lying. I forgot lying. Why waste your time on an irrelevant, lying son of a bitch like Jimmy Kimmel? Because he's on television, dummy.
Oh, hold on. Are those... What was that on the floor? Is he eating milk bones? Is that... I mean, I knew things weren't going great for Randy, but... Did that look like a box of milk bones to you, Guillermo? Guillermo?
I don't know.
You don't know, okay. That's why he has such a shiny coat on top. One of the weirdest things that happened while we were off the air, there were a flood of AI videos that were designed to look like real recordings of me. And please, don't worry about me being permanently taken off the air or even completely rejected by the platform. I will respect their decision, but I will not let it completely defeat me. Taking risks is part of the consequence, and I will accept it. Goodbye, my audience. That is how I'm going to do it on my last show. I'll say, goodbye, my audience. Guillermo, by the way, you still eating those, huh? You know the bit's over, right? You don't have to eat the milk bones anymore.
They're so good.
Guillermo got the AI treatment, too.
No matter how others try to tear Jimmy down, I'll always stand by him. You know what's even scarier than canceling the Jimmy Kimmel show? Is people gloating, calling Jimmy a talentless clown with no compassion. I can't believe you'd accuse Jimmy of that.
No one accused me of being a talentless clown with no compassion. Why would you even say that? Has AI been reading your diary?
I guess. I don't know.
Oh, and I saved the worst one for last.
Jimmy getting suspended is a disgrace to the American media. I can't believe they would fire him over a joke. I'm really sad that I can't be Jimmy's last guest. He's the funniest talk show host in my book. I've known Jimmy for over 20 years, and people love to talk about our feud, but we actually get along great off screen. We just play enemies on camera for laughs. In 2013, he even invited me to his wedding. He really values our friendship. I know Jimmy is dedicated. He put everything into his show. And even when his father passed away, he didn't stop working. I think ABC shouldn't treat Jimmy like this. If a talk show host can't speak freely, then they have no value.
Wait, hold on. My father passed away? What a way to find out. Dad, did you know this? Are you aware that you're dead?
I'm shocked. I think I am going to pass away from what I heard.
All right. Well, you will be missed. We can't trust anything anymore. According to a new poll from Quinnipiac, a whopping 57% of registered voters say they are not confident in information coming from Health Secretary Robert Kennedy, and the other 43% took his advice and died. Even at this point, the worm in RFK's brain is starting to have doubts. He's like, did I pick a stupid brain to eat? What am I? They also asked participants how they felt about the chairman of the FCC, Brendan Carr, and his positive approval rating is 19%. More people approve of genital rabies than Brendan Carr. And now these guys, after accusing me of misinformation, are waging war against our old friend Tylenol. That cute little caplet we've known and eaten for years is now public enemy number one. The president and the croakiest Kennedy are telling us not to take Tylenol, which is confusing between the new rules for that and vaccines and who knows what else is next, maybe Flintstones vitamins. It's hard to know what is and isn't okay to put in your mouth anymore. But the good news is the FDA is listening and help is on the way.
If you're feeling tired and run down, you need a remedy backed by gold standard science. Introducing LikeWill, the only government-funded formula that cures everything. Measles, COVID, autism, bone spurs, tooth decay, windmill penis, and trans.
Transgender for everybody, everybody transgender.
LikeWill is not a vaccine. It's free of forever chemicals and is made from an organic blend of Liver King supplements, ketchup, honey mustard, the Colonel's 11 herbs and spices, and RFK Jr.'s Blue Gene perspiration. 2 out of 5 TV doctors agree that when illness strikes,
don't take Tylenol.
Strike back with LikeWill, the sniffling, sneezing, coughing, sore throat, fever so you can rest in peace medicine from the makers of Gropitocin.
Available at Walgreens.
All right.